Greetings, everyone. This is Sophisticated Intuition with your spiritual insight messages for the year of 2020. This is a general reading and it may or may not resonate with you. If you are interested in a personal reading, my information is in the description box. I've already meditated and shuffled the cards. I will be laying out 4 cards from the Black Moon Astrology to give an overall energy for the 4 quarters of the year. And then I'll draw one of the tarot cards each for the 12 months with 12 clarifiers. And then I will get into your message. Okay, so let's begin. Holy Spirit, archangels, angels, ascended masters, and ancestors, what messages do we have for the sign of Virgo for the year of 2020? Hope everyone has been enjoying the beginning of the year so far. So we have first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Okay. So you right now my setup doesn't really give you a good view of the cards that I lay out, but I will put them up to the camera as we go along here and give you the message. It's spiritual intuitive messages, so there may be some general meanings on the cards, but I pick up the energy of the card for your zodiac, and again, it's general, so apply it as it may to the different aspects of your life. I do have at the bottom of the deck here for the overall energy for you, Virgo, for the year of 2020, 8th house, endings and beginnings. So you do have a new beginning. Obviously, it's a new year. So, but it picking up like that, you know, the last several years for you have maybe been challenging or difficult, or what you thought you were going to get out of those years, you didn't get them, and now you're here at 2020 and you still haven't yet to accomplish whatever goal you had set before you by this time, right? Because Virgos, they're very goal orientated, I do believe. So you may have had a goal that you wanted to accomplish by the time year 2020 had arrived, and you've had quite a few setbacks that just delayed that, and you have had to kind of restructure your goals or what you were determined to do by this date. Well, just understand that you are kind of whatever that goal was, like you have a new goal now. You have a brand new opportunity presented to you in the year of 2020 that allows you to detach from whatever your previous ideals of accomplishments or success were. And you have a new idea of what that is. Like, I love this example. It's an example for myself, right? I wanted to be in leadership and have very successful career in the industry that I work in. And then I get there and it's great. It's a great opportunity. I absolutely love what I do. But then I realized that there's some things that I want to do personally. So my goals have shifted now to my own personal development, my own personal career, or is not career, but my own personal like financial independence. Because at the end of the day, I have a retirement plan to get out to the middle of nowhere and live in a tiny house or a mobile home or something to that effect. Yes, I'm one of those people. So what I'm saying is that, but for many years, my goal was to get to where I am today. So you, Virgo, are kind of having that moment this year. Like, okay, you've had this goal to get somewhere. Maybe you did get there. Maybe you attained that goal that you had set before yourself, and now you're like, okay, what's next? So that's what this overall energy is really pulling at me for you, Virgo. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so then I have for your first quarter, the 12th house. The message on the card is escape. So maybe perhaps you are getting away, Virgo. I really do pick up that energy that Virgos are, the hermit in the tarot. Okay, so hermits are known for withdrawing, going inward, introspection. So at the beginning of the year, you may be doing that, or you may be coming out of it. I almost feel a little bit of both. So maybe half of the Virgos out there are going inward, and half of the Virgos are coming out of that period of hermit mode because you have been. I'm kind of drawn into like this snail type shape that's here, where it's like, like the snail goes into a shell. Like that's what I'm getting off of that. Like you are um going inward, um and then while you're doing that, there's some cycles occurring, um that perhaps is the changing of those new goals that are being set. That's what I'm picking up for you in the first quarter of the year, Virgo. So I am feeling it's general reading, so a lot of energies can be picked up here, but maybe excuse me, but what I am feeling is like a half and half of the Virgos are going inward, going into their hermit mode, withdrawing from society, collecting their thoughts, seeking out the answers from their higher consciousness, while others have been doing that and are going to be coming out of it in the first quarter of the new year. So we'll open it up with tarot and see what that says. Okay. In your second quarter, you have the part of fortune increase, which is equates to the Ten of Pentacles in the traditional tarot deck. So second quarter is looking good for you. Your finances are looking good. You're looking stable. I am feeling an energy of like a windfall, if you will. So I don't know if you win the lottery. Maybe some of you will, have your little scratchers and you get, a lump sum of money of abundance that sets your foot forward. You could be making some large purchases, even, Virgo. I'm kind of feeling like there may be a large purchase, like a car or a house, or a boat, even. That just dropped in my spirit, like somebody's buying a boat. Okay, so that's really exciting. Good for you. Virgo, can I come hang out on your boat? But that's what's going on in your second quarter. In the third quarter, looks like you're going to continue, or those of you who may have come out of the shell, if you will, or may go back into your shell. Looks like in the third quarter, because you have the moon here. The message on the card is about your soul. It's about deep reflection. It's about you have things that are hidden, things that are sacredly kept. I almost feel like is the word. Um, I am interested to see what the tarot says for your third quarter, because this is coming out in your third quarter, and I'm not a guru of planetary alignment, so there may be some planetary alignments that are having a huge effect on you, Virgo, in the third quarter. So maybe you might want to do the research on that. There are some awesome astrologists out on YouTube. There's content all over the internet available for you to kind of find out what the planets are doing in your sign this year. When you listen to intuitive messages and then couple that with astrology and the planetary alignments, there is so much information, so much insight that you can gain if you are on a spiritual journey, or just in your life, in the different aspects of your life in general. So I feel like you're doing some soul searching in the third quarter. So beautiful energy. It's always good to look deeper within yourself and try to find the opportunities for improvement, and congratulate and your successes of where you have made your growth. Okay. In the fourth quarter, I have to look back and see which sign it was, but I do believe there was another sign that got this exact same card in the exact same placement. So there may be some connection there. But this is the void of course moon. It says missing there. I am picking up slightly a different message for you, Virgo, than I did for the other sign, but I am okay, so the void of course moon, okay, please, it's not doom and gloom. So don't get worried. But it is a pause. And I'm not surprised that it's here following that moon. That moon is about, the moon can also talk about, it's got Cancerian energy around it. So that could be important to you, or significant to you if you have some Cancer in your chart, or you are connected to a Cancer. But it's also, I feel like there's some um, emotional healing that needs to happen in that third quarter. And so in the fourth quarter, towards the end there, and again, tarot will give us more information here in just a moment, but I'm seeing like a halt. The void of course moon is about a pause, a sudden stop in events. It's not good or bad. It doesn't mean that it stops. It's not like a tower moment. It's not like where everything comes crumbling down and your whole world just ends in order to begin again, which tower is not always that, but you get where I'm going with this. But the void, of course, is more of like, slow down, hold on, pump your brakes. Let's see where this is going. Let's see where this is taking us. It could be, you can be having the best year of your life, and it's like, wait a minute, don't, let's not get beside ourselves. Let's not jump ahead. Everything is wonderful. It's kind of like that. I don't want to say it's like pessimistic. I do kind of feel like a little bit of pessimistic energy coming off of it. Like, it's too good to be true, you know. So remember to be optimistic in your fourth quarter, Virgo, because I know that you can be quite critical, and I think that this is a time where you're like, wait, I could have done all of this instead of all of that, and I could have doubled my fortune, right? Just getting greedy. I don't know. It just feels like some type of, it's the universe asking you to take a moment and reflect. And we often do that towards the end of the year, right? We want to reflect off of everything that we have accomplished or not, and then kind of set our sights on what we want to do going forward. So I just feel like that's the energy for your fourth quarter, Virgo. All right. So let's get into it. What messages do we have for the, sign of Virgo for the year of 2020? What messages do we have for the sign of Virgo? Okay. We're just jumping out at me. Wow, that's way too many, so I'm not going to take all of that. It's like not half the deck, but pretty close to it. There we go. Okay, what messages do we have for the sign of Virgo? Thank you. For the year of 2020. Wow. Just jumping out of there. Okay. Just moving this all up. I'm not on camera because I am not dressed for the occasion. Messages for Virgo. Thank you. Oh, okay. You've got a good reading, Virgo, so far, but we'll talk about it after I do some clarifying. All right, Seven of Swords is here as the overall energy. So I do feel like this is a past energy, Virgo. Many of the readings that I've done, there's a lot of transformation going on. There's a lot of not looking back any further, as if the past didn't exist. But for you, Virgo, even many of your face cards are looking in the other direction, like going backwards. So there may have been some deception, lies. God forbid, somebody might even stole from you, and you still think about that, or even just being hurt or something. You still think about that, like it's lingering in your energy in the year of 2020, or it could be like in your subconscious, like you think you're over it, but it's in your subconscious, which is affecting your ability to manifest the things that you want in your life, because you are actually manifesting instead the energy of. So it's not necessarily like you're lying or somebody else is continuously lying, but someone else did lie to you. That lie hurt you. That hurt is deep seated, and maybe you tried to do some work to rid yourself of the effect of that lie, and you are going on with your life with smiles on your face like nothing is wrong, but truly deep down you are still hurting from the deception or the lie or whatever occurred. So that's actually affecting, like, you don't even realize that, like, I don't know, you went to the grocery store, got all your groceries, got up to the line, and your car got declined. But there's plenty of money in there, but for some reason it's declining and it won't let it go through. It's this deep seated hurt that you don't even realize subconsciously is affecting you in that way. Spirit just gave me that. That is so strange, but that is what I'm picking up for you, Virgo. Like, so you really need to. What I'm getting off of the overall, I don't want to stay here too long because there's plenty of information for the year for you. But um, what I'm getting is that you really want to do the work to release and detach from that hurt. And there may be a little bit of transcending the ego work that needs to occur as well, because sometimes our ego will get in the way, our pride, and we don't realize it. Like, we, like, again, like I say, we think we're over something, but every now and again the thought pops up in our mind, like, how could they have done that to me when I'm this type of person? Like, we need to kind of let that go. But it's in your energy for the year 2020 because it's kind of the overall here. Okay. um All right, I'm going to clarify all 12 that were laid down, and then I will give you your message, Virgo. Thank you for your patience as I get through this part. Okay, angels, archangels, ancestors, please give me a message for Virgo for the year of 2020. Okay. Okay. Wow. Messages for Virgo. What are you doing here? Way too many. It's beautiful though. Messages for Virgo for the year of 2020. Thank you. I think your message is probably like one of the clearest messages that I have received for all the zodiac. Some of them I had to think deeply and listen to my intuition. This message is coming out like I could just see that very easily. Like, if you were not a reader, but you knew a little bit about the cards, you could read this message. So I appreciate that, Spirit. Thank you. Oops. Got beside myself. Too many cards there. All right. Messages for Virgo for the year of 2020. Just clarifying what's here. Thank you. Okay. How funny, because these just kind of fell out just a moment ago. I took a peek at them. So, all right. Oh, wow. I have to take these two. You're probably like the only one, but I have to take them. They both flipped, and I have to take them. So we'll talk about that towards the end. That's beautiful. All right. So, like I said, you're healing some deep-seated emotional baggage or damage or hurt. This is the Queen of Cups. She's very intuitive. She's very loving, very caring. She is full of emotion. She is full of love. Okay, and I just feel like she also offers a bit of healing in that area. Like, she's very nurturing, right? So there could be a woman, she could be Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, she's water, that, is very loving, very caring, and offering you that love that you need in order to heal this year. So, if that could be significant to you, or it could just be the energy. I really don't want you all to get too caught up on the signs that the cards are associated with, or even the genders that I might speak to, because this could very well be a male energy. divine feminine and divine masculine is within all of us, so it can play out from either side. So try not to get too caught up in genders or sign association. But this is a what I'm pulling from this, Virgo, is that there is an energy of healing for you in the year of 2020. Like, that's what you are going to be doing in 2020. But you are, you know, you had the moon up there and the 12th house where you're escaping and kind of reflecting, and there's a bit of emotion going on. But what I'm feeling is like, it's not like you're in the room um, all tied up to yourself and not interacting with other people. You are actually allowing yourself to go and take that vacation, or um, go to the family gathering. You're actually there, and that is a part of your healing. Like, instead of being reclusive or sticking to yourself, you're actually getting out there. And there's potentially someone who assists you in your healing, whether it's a counselor, even, I'm kind of picking up, or like a mother figure, or like an older woman who is wise, who's been through what you've been through. And this can be a male or female that she's counseling, but I am picking that energy up for you. So know that there's going to be someone, I believe, that crosses your path, Virgo, that all of your secrets that you've had, you're gonna feel comfortable enough exposing them to this individual, and they're gonna have a bit of word of advice, a very loving, caring, nurturing word of advice, or just be helping you along your path this year. Okay. So those overalls, your overall energy, like, just drew out a lot of messages, more so than any of the other signs. So there you go, Virgo. Now let's take a look at what's happening in your year. So at the beginning of the year, Virgo, your spread does look a little bit focused on romance. I'm not going to lie to you. It may, but this is a general reading, so you all please apply it as it fits. You could have some, some of this could be in another aspect of your life, such as your career, or just general relationships, like your friendships or friendships within your family. But it is looking here like you had some type of potentially third party situation, but now you have chosen the one. Okay. I'm very drawn to how the ladies are, like, their cups up in the air, and then also this figure is kind of looking up into the air, into that one cup. So you have the Three of Cups, which talks about celebration, reconciliation. It can also speak to a third party. And then the Seven of Cups talks about having several options, and the illusions and things like that. So, or having several options, but knowing which one to choose. So it looks like, Virgo, that you have made a choice this year. And at the very beginning in January, it looks like, or at least at the beginning of the year, that you have selected your choice. Okay, so that's what I'm picking up off of there. Um, and it looks like it kind of carries forward here into February, where you have the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. This is awesome. Like, you are communicating. You are giving, if in the past, like, you didn't respond quickly, or you didn't, you know, talk a lot. Like, some people don't like to talk on the phone. Some people like to just do text messages, while other people like to talk on the phone. And so it makes it a difficult situation in terms of, like, relationships where you have two different communication styles. We're not even going to get into love languages, but we're talking just simple communication styles. Like, one likes to talk on the phone, one likes to text message, right? That can be pretty difficult. But towards the month of February, or just the beginning of the year in general, it looks like that kind of changes. You're going to be given that equal give and take, that reciprocity in terms of communication. And it's going to be like a lot of backwards and forwards, just talking. So that is really beautiful. That's a big change for you. And just like, that's a big change for you, Virgo. So I'm really excited for you, because I feel like, you weren't getting that. You were not receiving that in the past. So that is something that you are going to receive. Okay. So I don't know if in that third party, the other person that you left behind, they weren't communicating with you openly, freely, or something to that effect. But now you are getting that communication. In terms of other aspects of life, saying, friendships or family members, this could, potentially be them coming in quickly with a message to you, in terms of communicating and agreeing with one another. So that's it. In the month of February or the early part of the year, there is some level of balance in your communication. Okay. Here in March, interesting enough, you have the Nine of Wands with the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords for me, in the book, they're both looking pretty much in the same direction also. So someone's someone's wounded, someone may be hurt and watching you from a distance. Um, Getting over them, or moving on with life. Some That's like, I'm picking that up so heavy for you, Virgo. So in the month of March, like, I don't know how long ago, or if you decided that you weren't going to speak to them any further in January. It's a new year, new me, I'm not talking to that person anymore. Whatever the case might be, well, come by March, the energy of them, like, kind of looking at you to see, how you're doing, what's going on, but kind of looking through her eyes is what I'm feeling. Okay. So just know that the Page of Swords, he's a little bit of a stalker, and that person might even try to communicate with you. Sometimes the Page of Swords is a messenger, will come and try to reach out to you and communicate to you. And maybe you're still hurt by what they did. I'm not sure. I'm I'm not gonna pull additional clarifiers, so I'm not sure what you know, this energy is a little bit of the other person, is what I'm picking up, but if it applies to you, if you were the one who was hurt or did the hurting, right? Either way, someone's watching. You could actually be looking back at the person that you left behind. Yes, maybe you're moving forward and everything is going on great, but you like want to go take a look at their social media and see how they're doing, and you find out that they're not doing so well, and it kind of makes you feel away, because you do care about that individual. Like, I do feel like you care about that person, and you see them hurting, and you wish that you could reach out, but you know that it's not the best thing to do. So you just kind of watch in the distance. Okay. So picking that up for you, Virgo. Then we have here for the month of April, looks like a little bit of patience is happening. Okay. So what we have here is temperance, clarified by the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is about making a decision. It also is about seeing in the future what your options are, and then making that decision to go in that path, right? So it's choosing the right path. Temperance is about patience. It does represent the Sagittarius zodiac, so that could be significant to you, Virgo. Um, and if this person is kind of looking off at, I almost feel like it's looking off at the temperance. Um, so it's watching the angel kind of mix the cups together to the perfect temperature, to the perfect balance, right? There's one foot on the earth and one foot in the water. This is just balance, patience. A Sagittarian individual could be significant to you, Virgo, but it really looks like you are taking your time to make the right decision in the month of April. Okay. Then taking a look at May, you have the Knight of Pentacles with the King of Wands. So it actually, for me, feels like you're not taking any action. I thought I had to sneeze there. Excuse me. It stayed in. Good. I didn't want to have to stop the video. But it looks like you're actually not taking any action. So that Knight of Pentacles is your energy. It's earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. And then the King of Wands. So King of Wands is fire. He is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. So either of those signs could be relevant to you. Again, we had Temperance here, so so that could very well be the Sagittarian individual. But again, don't get too caught up in the genders. It's about the energy, or not the genders, excuse me, the zodiac signs that are mentioned, because it's all about the energy. So just your person or whatever this is pertaining to, if it's work, or family members, they could just be in the fire element energy. But it does look like what I'm getting from this here. Um, with this King of Wands is all about taking action. He is well, I like to say the kings kind of sit back and send folks out, but he is about taking action. He is well aware of what he is capable of, and he gets it done. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. He takes his sweet time getting to wherever it is that he needs to go. He thinks through things very carefully, so that he doesn't make a mistake, but he will get there. Okay. So it's what it looks like to me, Virgo, is that in the month of May that you have decided to take no action, that you are pretty much putting it at a halt. So that could be that void of cursed moon, but that is, it's showing up in your fourth quarter overall energy. And this would be in the second quarter. So just know that something you are not taking action towards. You are pretty much going to just, going to think about this. Okay. In the month of May. So then in the month of June, you're holding on, or someone is holding on to love. Okay. I heard desperately. So someone's holding on to something that they love desperately. Okay. So this could be in terms of your work, your finances. Like, you only have $500 in the bank, and people calling talking about you. Oh, and that's too bad, because you need that 500 to put with the next 500 that's coming in the next week. Whatever. But the Four of Pentacles talks about, holding on too tightly to your pentacles, spending them too loosely and frivolously, and needing to hold on to them. The Page of Cups is about an offer of love. Sometimes he can be coming with his apology. Sometimes he can be coming with a proposal. So we do have this Page of Cups with the Four of Pentacles, which the Four of Pentacles can also talk about stability. So he is, he could be coming, he or she, excuse me, can be coming with an offer of stability. But I really did pick up on an energy of a holding on to. So you may be holding on to something. Like I felt like that before, like maybe this person who hurt you in the past, you loved very deeply. There was a very strong connection to that individual. It may be a very spiritual connection, and you hold on to them in your spirit. I heard something the other day that really took me back. Like I didn't even realize it, and maybe it's just because I'm going through a spiritual awakening, how significant the things that we say out of our mouth are. And you have to really, you have to be careful. I mean, you can't watch every single word that you say, but you really have to take a pause before you speak things, because they will come into existence. And one of the things that I heard, and I apologize if this is like some reference that I need to be pinning, that I don't know where it came from, but the individual who was speaking said, sometimes we make these contracts in life and we don't even realize it. We say, to someone, I will always be there for you. I will always love you. No matter what, I'll always, you can always contact me. You can always call me if you ever need me. Without even knowing it, you have set a contract with that individual for a lifetime. And whether or not it's within this lifetime, if that contract is completed or not, you are probably going to have a significant connection to that individual for the rest of your life. You will feel compelled to check their social media to see how they're doing. You will feel compelled, to, reach out for the holidays or something like that. You may not always do it, but you may feel compelled to do so. And I kind of am picking up that energy of in this time frame, in the month of June, maybe there is something significant in the month of June for some of you Virgos with a past person. I'm just feeling like, because a lot of the cards are looking backwards, and we'll talk about it. There's like even this one, the way it was laid out. No, excuse me, not this one. There's some others that are coming in the remainder of the year, but it's like a looking back, and then we have like some overall energy where you're kind of like reclusive or inside yourself, trying to work through this, trying to heal through it, but still holding very tightly to this love. Okay. Nose is itching. It's confirmation, Virgo. I'm on the right path here. Um, it looks like, however, going into July, it looks beautiful. You have the Page of Cups with the Ten of Cups. Like, it really just doesn't get any better than that. So I don't know if an offer is coming through for you. Um, let me take a look. Yeah, you do have some, there's a lot of water energy here. So you may have a very significant Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio in your life. This Page of Cups always makes me think of the Pisces that stands out the most. But you have a potential for a very happy ending here, if you will, in the month of July. Like the Ten of Cups is about, complete emotional fulfillment. The tens for in numerology mean that there's an ending for a new beginning, a brand new cycle in life. So you will potentially be having a brand new beginning in love is what I'm getting. The pages are all about brand new. So you, in the month of July, perhaps all that healing work that you'll be doing throughout the first and second quarter, that it starts to attract and manifest that love and happiness that you sought or were seeking out from this other individual. Like, you really thought that that person was the one, and they were a significant individual in your life, but there is someone, unless this person is coming back, I'm not okay. Temperance can be about reconciliation as well as the Three of Cups, but you have to get a personal reading, Virgo, to find out, because I'm not going to pull too many additional clarifiers. I've already carried on too long. My personal clients will tell you that time is, of illusion to me. So I just let the spirit use me and carry on with the message. But it looks like in July that there is a brand new offer of love that is going to bring you a sense of happiness and complete emotional fulfillment. Okay. And that could just be loving yourself as well, Um, okay. In August, you are charging towards that brand new beginning. This is the Fool with the Knight of Wands. Like, you are out here. Like, now, I will say that this was one of the sets of cards that are both going in the direction of the other way, right? So you may be having a new beginning with a past individual. So I will say that there might be some reconciliation or some getting back together with someone. But this is definitely a new beginning. Doesn't necessarily have to be anything to do with romance. This is a moving forward and a very quickly doing so, or even a communication to someone else. I'm really picking up heavy, like a road trip, or like this, something is at a distance, or the new beginning is at a distance from you. So you're going to be going in that direction. So wherever that is. So I don't know, like if you live in Utah, but your new beginning is in Colorado, you're going to make the decision to take that leap of faith and get in the car and go, you know, or this individual that you have this connection to, because there was a lot of this, there's a lot to do with a connection. So your year does have something to do with the connection, at least in the first and second quarter of the year. But there is a lot to do with the connection. So you may be going, okay, here I'm coming. The Knight of Swords can be a harsh truth as well on occasion. So, okay, you want me to come, you want us to start over, I'm on my way, and perhaps that person isn't ready either. I do kind of feel like that's what they wanted, but they wasn't ready. Okay. So that's in the month of August. In the month of September, see, it looks like you're moving away from the sadness here, from the grief. So I have the Five of Cups with the Knight of Wands. Okay, Five of Cups is about sadness, it's about grief, it's about depression. Um, you know, just being down and out. Needing to turn around and take a look at the two cups that are behind you instead of all of the cups that fail, the three cups that are falling and empty. What about those two behind you? Are they full? You haven't even turned around to take a look. Well, Spirit is asking, for you to take action towards that with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is also a very fast moving knight. He charges in. He does go in and out. So you may be dealing with, let's say you deal with depression, you may be in and out of depression in the month of September. I don't know. That's it's Virgo season also. So both August and September, there's Virgo season. So you may be going in and out of depression, in and out of sadness, maybe. Birthdays, we're supposed to celebrate them, but depending on what age we're turning, we don't always get excited. So I am picking that up just a little bit, but also I'm picking up that we are moving out of that energy, completely. Like if you've been sad, if you've been depressed, sometime in the month of September, like you just come out of that quickly, swiftly, like you just do a 360. Okay. And here that kind of just continues in the month of October because we have the Ace of Wands with the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles talks about poverty, it talks about loss, it talks about lack. But the Ace of Wands is like a brand new idea, a brand new opportunity. So there's a brand new opportunity that's presented to you in the month of October, which allows you to come out of that lack mentality, out of that impoverished mindset. Or if you are actually, having struggles in your finances in the month of October, you're going to see a huge change in that. Anytime I get one of the aces, I really, see this as the hand of God. So it's really, truly like a blessing that's coming out of the sky. If you're, in terms of the universe is going to, hear your request and grant it. Okay. In the month of October is what I'm saying. All right. And then here we go. November. So you start doing some work, Virgo. You start, here we have the Magician with the Ace of Cups. Virgo, baby, it doesn't get any better than that. Like you start manifesting your heart's desire, and I mean you are like out of control with it. Okay, everything, the Ace of Cups, it talks about a brand new beginning in love. So it could be an actual brand new individual, or it could be you work things out with someone that you have a very strong and deep connection with. This is usually like a very spiritual, long-term, committed situation in which you have been through many things together, and then you get a new opportunity to kind of renew that. A lot of people will get this card when they're going to renew their vows in marriage, or a brand new relationship is coming in, or you have been on the outs in your relationship, but it gets a new opportunity. Again, it's an ace. It's the Ace of Cups, and it is the potential for miracles and blessings and things to be handed to you by the divine hand of God. And then you have the Magician. So it's like the two of, like, source, God, whatever you want to call it, the universe and yourself are working hand in hand to manifest whatever it is you want in life. Like that's how I'm feeling for you in the month of November, Virgo. Like that is absolutely beautiful. Like you really got to be mindful of your thoughts. Okay, thoughts become things in that month. Like we might need to check. I think I don't want to speak out of term. I think the Magician has an energy of Mercury, which Mercury is your ruling planet, and therefore there may be something significant there. Again, not a guru in the planetary alignments, but I would suggest that you look it up and see what's going on with Mercury in the month of November in the year of 2020 to see if that has any bearings on this, because it feels like anything you think will manifest. Okay, the Magician, every tool, he has all the tools that he needs, and it will occur. Like he has everything he needs to create the life he wants, and that's the energy that I get off of that in November. Okay, so all the other signs are going to be like, why didn't I get two? Well, because Spirit didn't throw me two out for you. In the month of December, it just kind of further. So, you're throughout the year you're going through some healing. There was something that occurred in your year last year that lingers at the first quarter, maybe even into the second quarter of the year. But you kind of start to get over that. You kind of start to look forward towards, in the summer months, July, August, September. You are looking, coming out of that darkness, and coming out of those shadows, and letting go of the attachment that you had to this individual, thing, person, place, career, whatever that might be. And then you start to, you could meet someone. It could be a brand new person, in love. You get a new job. You just take a risk. You take an adventure. You go on a trip. Something just boosts your confidence, your self-esteem, your higher level of consciousness. You become further aware of why everything happened in the first place, and it just becomes, enlightened. You are presented with a new opportunity to come out of a lack mindset or an impoverished mindset, and then you begin to manifest and just work on producing what it is that you want in life, and it is, handed to you by in a physical manifestation. So you actually receive a material return on your request to the universe, to God, whatever it might be. So in the month of December, what came out for you is that was the Ten of Wands, okay, with your card, the Virgo, with your card, the Queen of Pentacles. So let's talk about it. So you're putting some burdens down, okay? Again, that void of course moon that's coming out in the fourth quarter kind of speaks to this. It kind of hints to this. So it very well may be at the very end of your year, where you just take some time to stop and reflect on what you were able to accomplish. The Queen of Pentacles, she is very accomplished. She's very established in life. She has her pinnacle. She is very nurturing, also very loving. She is wife, okay. And then you have your card here, the Hermit, um, which the Hermit is, can be a spiritual guru at times, very knowledgeable. You could be also going to school. Kind of talks about institutions here as well. But you introspection, kind of the going and seeking out the information that you need. But what I am picking up from these three cards is that, you're laying your burdens down. Um, you're gonna lay down a new foundation. You're gonna lay down a new foundation, Virgo, by the end of the year. But you are gonna take some time out, as you do, as Virgos do. You'll withdraw a few times throughout the year, I think, because I did have that in the 12th house with escape, and then in the void of curse, and then the moon came out for you. So I don't think that you're going to move too far away from that recluse activity this year, that you will, but you're part of your healing, part of your getting better or returning to your higher self is actually interacting with others. So you will still do that this year as well. But you are going to have your moments of where you need to retreat, if you will. But at the latter part of the year, it looks like you kind of stop, pause, reflect, and lay down a new foundation, all based off of your healing that occurs throughout the year. Okay, Virgo, a little bit different from the others. Mostly everyone has kind of dropped everything that they've been going through in the last 20 years and decided to move completely forward. But Virgo looks back just a little bit. Even these cards, the way they're laying in the spread, they're laying, they're going this way. And all of these, with the exception of the Ten of Wands, these two, you, Virgo and Queen of Pentacles, or Hermit and the Queen of Pentacles, is looking backwards. So you will look back over your life. The Ten of Wands is like a long time, okay? A long time of carrying such a burden. So you drop something at the end of the year 2020. So it happens for you. It's just at the latter part of the year, where some people left it all on July or January 1st. All right, Virgo, what additional messages do I have for you for the year of 2020? Your video ran way over. I had got these down to a science to get them shorter, but that's okay. I have messages for you. I didn't have messages for you. God had messages for you. All right. Beautiful. Told you. These cards never fail me. They this probably is not very clear for you. These cards never fail. The additional message that comes out always kind of just confirms the message from the tarot for me. So it says well-being. So take care of yourself, make better choices, practice self-care. So that's what you're doing, Virgo. You are loving on yourself, taking care of yourself this year, focused on your well-being, healing from something that occurred in your past. It's lingering, but you need to resolve that within yourself by, loving on yourself. Treat yourself to dinner or whatever the case might be. On the bottom of the deck, no way. Let go. Let go. Let go. Even if that's just forgiving that person, place or thing, let go. Let go of things that are holding you back. You have the strength to release all that, no longer serves you. Let it go. Virgo, those are your messages for 2020. Love and light.